Thank you for joining me. This is Heavenly Divine coming at you with another spiritual tutorial. Why do we wake up in the middle of the night? And before I start, I want to throw that old-fashioned saying out there. You ever heard of worrying yourself sick? So in this video, I'm going to be going over, in a perspective of pseudoscience, reasons why we're waking up in the middle of the night. And so Carl Jung, who is the said founder of pseudoscience, which is the combination of spirituality and psychology together, and some Hungarians like to use this method as they make their way through the world. Timestamps below if you want to skip back and forth throughout the video. And as I was saying, it's not always because you're in the middle of a haunting or that someone randomly sent a curse at you. In fact, those are rare and they happen to generally about 1% of the collective. And you're probably watching too many scary movies and it's doing the opposite effect on you and making you scared rather than brave. So I'm going to tell you some other reasons why you're waking up in the middle of the night. Let's go ahead and talk about hauntings, curses, and hexes. Let's go ahead and get that out the way, because I will tell you how you can tell if it's a spirit, because a lot of y'all are waking up and you ain't even got a ghost smacking you in the face. Now, the purpose in going over this is to eliminate your fears. A lot of people were misled, and it's okay. I'm here to teach you, and you will be brave, especially during a haunting, because that is the main thing that you need when you're doing a cleansing or a clearing of a person or a house or a space. So, everyone, let's go over the basic obvious. Some people don't know some basic obviouses. So we have day spirits and we have night spirits. Day angels, night angels, day demons, night demons. Just like we have people who work night shift and day shift. And so the night shift for the spirits starts like from dusk till dawn. I'm pretty sure people have heard that before. From 9, well, anyways, from midnight to 6, they're active. That's when they're very active. Around 6 a.m. they start going to sleep, or they start, dying down. The activity starts not being so active, and 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is what people call the witching hour. Some people might be familiar with that. And 333 is significant. That's supposed to be where spirits are the most strong. So even though people wake up during 333 and all that, honestly, that's an angel number. That means that you need to educate yourself. But when people wake up during that time, they usually tend to freak out. And hexes, if you're hexed, to know, like, that happens in threes, and it's not just going to be 333, oh, you're hexed. It's, you would know if you're hexed. Like, how do you were walking down the street, somebody blew some red brick dust in your face, type shit. Like a weird cookie man with a top hat. Or, but hexes happen in threes, and it has to be extravagant things. It has to be something big. It can't be something small, like you tripped over something and stubbed your toe. It has to be something big, like car wrecks, deaths, heart attacks, loss of a job, like a union job, a job that should have been set. Like catastrophic things will happen in threes, and they'll happen back to back to back, and it'll happen in an unlikely matter. Like someone will run their car into your house or something like that, and you just nearly dodged it, type stuff. It will be ridiculous in your face type stuff. That's how you know it's curses and hexes, and people who are cursed know that somebody is mad at them. That's why you know if it's the spirits in your face. And people who show up to houses who are haunted, after about a month, you know. And then it's always suggested to walk through the house before you buy it, to feel any type of energy. But you'll see oddities when that's going over the witching hour. You'll know, you'll feel, you will know. And there are prophetic dreams that can be similar to hauntings. I'm going to put that in this part too, because so prophetic dreams, what is that? That is, some people have they're really tuned into their dreams, the subconscious, connecting with the spirits. And usually when they have, like, they'll have a dream that feels so real. Say, has that ever happened to you, when you have a dream that feels so real, and it's not like there's any type of fantasy going on? You woke up from the dream and it was hard to tell if you were even really sleeping. It seemed like all the events could have really happened, and then generally something bad happens in those dreams. Rarely good things happen, but generally something bad happens because it's like a life-altering event. And the host having the dream, they usually feel that they could have, like, something could have been changed. A different timeline somebody could have went down. But dreams like that, sometimes people can change things, and you need to believe dreams like that. But those are called prophetic dreams. I would put them under the same as this. That's not really a haunting. Some of those can be, but it can be beautiful. I wonder why I have this other point. But that's first of all how you're gonna know if it's a spirit that's waking you up, because you're gonna wake up and the spirit's gonna be in your face like, bitch, wake the fuck up. God, don't you know where you are? You're here with me. I rarely, less likely, and for most people who tell me what's going on with their situation, it's rarely going to be a haunting. Number 2, the Millionaire Hour is what I think most people are waking up to. And it does really make sense as we're going into the future, and how prices and everything, economics, finances are inflating. So it is going to make sense that more millionaires are going to pop up in the future. It actually even is happening in the near future. So the Millionaire Hour is from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. A lot of people wake up at 3 a.m. I wake up at 3 a.m. myself. And so why you wake up during this time, it means that you're destined to be a millionaire. This is time to yourself. It's time that some people use for training, for putting in their workouts, for putting in any type of study time, for nature, to prepare for your day. It starts to become natural. Some people, it comes natural to them. You already wake up at this time. Some people have to, like, train, like where you just wake up and you just sit there. You just get used to waking up in the middle of the morning. But the reason why people do it is because majority of your day, while the rest of the world is up, your time is sacrificed to your family, business, friends, and there's little time for yourself. So that's a way that is what people do to give themselves a peace of mind. And prime time. Some people's prime time, for example, prime time means the time that you were born. So example, I was born at 1:37 a.m. So that means that around 2 a.m., 1:30 a.m., I still actually do wake up around these times too, is when it's a good time for me to wake up and start doing things. That's a good time to be busy. It's a good time to, for some people, start scheduling their school or their work hours. But that's what people call your prime time. Another common reason why some people wake up in the middle of the night, and this is natural, and I'm not going to go into anything that's medical right now, but end of a REM cycle. A lot of people think that we just have one dream and you have 7. Some people believe you can have more, like if you tap in with your subconscious and stuff and like train, you can train. So if you want to remember your dreams, before you lay down to bed, say 3 times, I will remember my dream. I will remember my dream. I will remember my dream. If you're in that mode, because some people are not in that mode and they don't want to remember their dreams. Say they have a lot of prophetic ones. But when you wake up, try to wake up slowly. And if you can, write your dream down as you recall it. And it might even help you if you get like a notepad on your phone and write it down. But that's the first thing that you have to do. And then go over it throughout your day. And my favorite website is dreammoods.com to interpret your dreams. Remember every little thing about your dream. You can remember like what bike you were riding, what color it was, what room were you in, because every little thing means something. So the end of a REM cycle could mean that it was the end of a dream. It was the end of this period of your body was asleep. It was the end of a REM cycle. And some people wake up in the middle of REM cycles. Some people sleep and they move on to the next dream. But that's a natural occurrence in my eyes. And so this next one is abrupt end to a conversation with a loved one. Sometimes some people, and I don't feel like that's a haunting, because I feel like that's more like something so lovely. Sometimes in your dreams you can have dreams of like loved ones, ancestors, old friends, old lovers, soulmates, a soulmate that you're trying to get to that you can't, that you're going to, or someone from the past. But however, you can even have conversations with yourself. Some people say higher self, but basically you can speak with your younger child, your older self, your subconscious. But when it ends abruptly and you wake up and you're crying, it means that you weren't ready to be pulled from this connection yet. Body clock. Number 4, body clock. So a lot of these things I'm going over, some people, it's just this one and then one last one and then we're going to be done. So body clock, some people just can, they just naturally have that rhythm. Let's go ahead and get that one over with, that they just can wake up early in the middle of the night. And if it's hard for you to go back to sleep, just start doing something. Honestly, that's how some people start doing the Millionaire Hour. So certain people, certain hours, like that goes back to your prime time is similar, is your body clock. Certain hours work best for certain people, and it's also linked to your sleep schedule. So if you go to sleep early, you rise early. If you go to sleep late, you gotta wake up late. But some people with the, we're on body clock, right? Yeah. So some people, body clock means in psychology that some people need a certain amount of sleep than others. So how doctors want to check, like if you sleep 8 hours, not everybody needs that. So like when I was in Psych 101 in college, we did an experiment on us to see how much sleep we need for, I'm just going to use myself as an example, throw it out there. I need just about 3 hours of sleep. So, and that means that I get up, similar to Benjamin Franklin, I get up, he functioned on 3 hours of sleep. And when you do that, you need naps. But basically it means that you can get up and that you can function and do your job and not feel tired like a regular human being. Now, some people will probably think that's ludicrous. Some people are like, oh, I need 5, I need 8. Some people need 10. And then how your body clock works is like if you lose, so if when I get 2 hours, it's not enough for me, so your body has to make up. So some people would think like, oh, the next night I would just go back, to 3. No, your body has to make up that extra hour, so then I would need 4. So that's how your body clock goes, and that's how you can time your burnouts. But yeah, some people don't need that much sleep, and some people don't think about that. Number 5, the last reason. Some people can be sick. Could be a medical reason. And so I'm just naming a few reasons that have run off on top of my head. I'm pretty sure I could probably think of a lot more besides a haunting. But listen to your body. It could be for some people meds. It could be that something's going on with your body. It could be changes. It could be changes that you have done. Or it could be changes that are naturally going on with your body as you get older. But listen to your body. And if it's really serious, be careful and seek medical attention. But different things can be going on, not just switching up medications, but like, for example, it could be simple like food, eating the wrong foods and not being aware of it, or maybe you need your food cooked in a certain way. I remember I had an old friend in the past that needed to have a raw vegan diet, which meant that he couldn't have anything cooked cooked on the stove. It had to be raw, like vegetables mostly, or fruits. Or, for example, diabetes. If you're eating too much sugar and not being aware of it, you can wake up in the middle of the night and puke. So these are some points that I would think of that someone's telling me that they're waking up in the middle of the night before I would think that it's a haunting. We can't put every misfortune that happens to us in life on the spirits. The spirits do not like that. You guys, there is such thing out here as bad luck and good luck. And sometimes bad things happen to good people without any good reason at all. I'm not one of those people who believe that you signed up for this. I believe that sometimes people are dealt a bad hand and you learn how to make lemonade from lemons. Also, we need to keep in mind that God has given everyone the right to make a choice. And some people have made that decision to make a choice. Some people say the world turns. Some people say events happen outside of our control. But for a lot of people, I really think that they're waking up with worries. And on the other hand, I think that there's a lot of people who are waking up during the Millionaire Hour because a lot of y'all are hard workers. All right, I'm going to see you in the next video, okay?